Hey guys, I'm Anu here, and before I jump into this video, I just want to ask you guys to give me the HBO special, and that is the Help a Brother Out. And you guys can do that by hitting the subscribe button and leaving a like under this video. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to do that. Alright, now that's over, guys. The NBA season is almost upon us, and I am so excited. I'm excited because for the first time in a long time, it seems like everybody is healthy. Everyone that is relevant, I think, is healthy. From Kawhi Leonard all the way to Zion Williamson, everyone is ready to go. And we will finally get to see every single team at their best. Every team is going to be at full force and at full strength. And there's one team that I particularly am very excited and I'm dying to see at their full strength. But I'm betting that the rest of the NBA isn't too excited to see this team back at full strength and ready to go. And that team is the Denver Nuggets. For the first time in a year and a half, or what seems like an eternity, the Denver Nuggets are at full strength. Jamal Murray has made his return to the NBA for the first time in 539 days. That is a long time to be waiting at the sidelines and watching your teammates play. If I were in the NBA, if I played in the NBA, I would keep an eye out for the Denver Nuggets. People are sleeping on what is essentially a sleeping giant with the Denver Nuggets. Last year, the Denver Nuggets managed to secure the 6th seed and make the playoffs, and they eventually lost to a team that would go on to win everything, the Golden State Warriors, which you can't knock them for that. But the more impressive thing is they managed to do this basically on a hobbled leg, because last year, Nikola Jokic was missing 2 of his co-stars. Last year, Nikola Jokic basically managed to carry this team to a 6th seed, and in that process, he managed to net himself MVP of the league. You don't normally see MVPs come from low-ranking teams. In fact, the last time an MVP came from a semi-low-ranking team was all the way back in 2017 when Russell Westbrook won it as a 4th seed. So, to see that Nikola Jokic won an MVP, not only just an MVP, a second back-to-back MVP at 6th seed tells you something about this team, tells you something about this guy. He was really good last year. It's something he had to be because he was missing his co-stars, Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., but both of which are really, really good. For example, imagine if LeBron James managed to make the playoffs last year while missing both Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. That's essentially kind of what Nikola Jokic did. Now, the Denver Nuggets roster is better than the Lakers roster overall, so it's not a one-for-one, but it's kind of the same thing when you really factor in the star power. This year, the Denver Nuggets are loaded. They are getting everyone back. They are loaded. And I'm trying to sound the alarm right now. I'm trying to tell people, hey guys, look over there. There's a storm coming. The Denver Nuggets are coming. Last year, Michael Porter Jr. had to cut his season a quarter way. He didn't even get to play half the season last year because he had to undergo spinal surgery. Now, that is a very intensive, very careful type of surgery, because if it goes wrong, he could become paralyzed. But thankfully, it went well, and he was able to rehab and make his way back to NBA caliber level of health. And Jamal Murray, well, Jamal Murray tore his ACL all the way back in April of 2021. That is such a long time. That was such a long time ago to be at the sidelines, to watch your team lose to the Golden State Warriors, to watch you guys, knowing how good you are. You know Jamal Murray is hungry. All of that left Nikola Jokic to hold down the fort for the Denver Nuggets, and something I think he managed to do really, really, really well. This season, the Denver Nuggets might be the best team in a Western Conference. I think they might even make the NBA Finals. They have a really good chance of making the NBA Finals. I think people sleep on the big 3 of the Denver Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, and Nikola Jokic, because let me tell you, that trio is something to be afraid of. Because first you have Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic, right, has just been voted the best center by NBA GMs. He outbid Joel Embiid and other centers like Anthony Davis. Nikola Jokic, I think, doesn't get enough credit for just how good he is, because Nikola Jokic is the same guy that just won back-to-back MVPs. Something you don't see happen very often. I mean, everyone thought last year Joel Embiid would win the MVP, and Nikola Jokic outplayed him and was able to get that MVP trophy, just like Giannis Antetokounmpo. He is on that caliber of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nikola Jokic is so good that he not only does everything well, he does it greatly. I mean passing. His passing skills are one of the best in the entire league, up there with LeBron's. Go watch a Nikola Jokic passing highlights. It is something to behold. His scoring, he can shoot like he's a guard. He can make plays like he's a guard. It's incredible. He can make things happen as if he was a point guard. His footwork, up there with Joel Embiid's. His shooting, you would think he was a guard. He can do. I remember watching him last year play against the Golden State Warriors, and I was thinking to myself, wow, this guy is so good. Like, he's so good. I even tweeted out during that playoff series that the Warriors don't win that series if the Denver Nuggets are healthy. That's how good I think the Denver Nuggets are going to be. I think people have forgotten just how good Jamal Murray is, because out of sight, out of mind. The NBA media now has a new point guard darling that they all go crazy for. Ja Morant. But people forget just how good Jamal Murray is. Do you guys remember in the bubble where he went head-to-head with Donavan Mitchel and they dueled it out? And they ended up both scoring 50-plus points in one of the best games we've ever seen. That is the talent that the Denver Nuggets are getting back. That is what led me to think, had the Denver Nuggets been healthy last year, they would have wiped the floor with the Golden State Warriors. Then you have Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. was slated to be the second option for Nikola Jokic last year before undergoing his surgery. Now, granted, he only averaged 9 points last year, but he didn't play the full season. The year before, where he played the full season, he averaged 19 points. Now, get this. That was his second season. That was his sophomore season. Imagine how hungry he is now. He knows how good he is, and he's been ridden by injury. He has something to prove. That's the guy that the Denver Nuggets are getting back. Guys, you have to realize just how good this team is. I'm sounding the alarm right now. There's a sleeping giant. They are coming. Every team in the Western Conference that plays these guys is going to have to understand that night in, night out, if you step up on the court with them, it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a battle. It's no easy win against these guys, right? And I think the Western Conference, man, this year is going to be a warpath. It is going to be such a dogfight, a bloodbath, because you have 6 legitimate teams that could take the first seed overall in the entire NBA. You have the Denver Nuggets, Golden State Warriors, Phoenix Suns, Memphis Grizzlies, Lakers, Clippers. And just to top it all off, keep an eye out for the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, they're not going to be the top of the league, but they will give you props. In a conference that is that tough, I could expect the Denver Nuggets to be the best team in that conference. I'm so excited for this season. I'm excited for this Denver Nuggets team. The season's almost going to start, so make sure to tune in by hitting the subscribe button and hitting the notification bell. And I'm going to commentate. I'm going to watch the NBA. I'm going to dissect the NBA as we go along, because this season I think is going to be one of the best seasons the NBA has seen in a while. Because the last 2 seasons have been meh, but this is the season. The West is strong for the first time in 2 years. The East is really good. I'm just so excited. So guys, make sure hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and until next time, kids.